growing up really in your first early part of your life. Everything else after that really doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Where you fit in. First 15 odd years, it captures you. Whatever you're going to get or read or memories have, they're all the strongest there. But I'll tell you a story. But before that, I'd like to tell you a story about myself and my brother, right? The story is about, well, it kind of reflects the times that we're in at the moment, right? There was this little bird, swallow. Now they migrate 3 times a year, summer to autumn, right? And these guys are clever. These guys get out of town when the weather starts getting cold and they go to warmer climates. But this particular guy got himself relaxed, right? And he had something else to do and he decided he'd leave it a bit later. Right, so he left it too late. So he decided he'd fly anyways, he would fly to a better climate. And as he was flying, the winds came, and they were cold, and they were very, very cold, and he was flying into them, and he was flapping as hard as he could. Right. Then the snows came, he was still going on as hard as he could to get there, but the snows fell on his wings, and it weighed him down. So he cascaded. Now everybody's probably heard this, and he crawled down, bang, bang, into the barn, through a hole in the roof, landed in the soft straw, weighed him down there, and he was frozen. And the beak was going like this, and he was perishing. In the barn, there happened to be a cow. And as every now and again, everyone knows the cows have to go to the toilet, so he crapped all over him. Right down in the middle. Poor little birdie. Stuck his head up and he shook himself. He was getting warm. This isn't a bad place to be. I'm all right here. And he started chirping. In the barn, up in the rafters, was a cat. Well, he was in all the cold too. The cat heard the little chirp, crawled off the rafters, down onto the straw, pedalled his way over to the crap, pulled out the birdie and gobbled them up. The moral of the story, if you're happy, even though you're up to your knickers shit, keep your mouth shut. Okay, there was a time, it was 1973, right? And I got to go after this because I got to get home. Right, 1973, myself and my brother, we became very observant of the road. You know what I mean? I was only 13, he was 2 years, 8 months younger than me. And we were kind of spotting the neighbours when we were walking up and down the street trying to remember the names, right? We knew, well, number 1 all the way down to 84. We'd get as far as 84 and I'd throw numbers at them and say, who's living in 21? Who's living in 76? And we were trying to plan. It was summer's morning, you know, the day was getting long, you'd be playing anything at all. All the mischief boys were gone anyway, so we were left there like 2 idiots talking to each other, so we had to think of something to do. So this neighbour came in, there was a house in the middle of the road, the family name was Mignog's, right? They're well gone by now, I think they moved to Galway. But this guy goes into this house. He was a tall man, and he worked in the sugar factory. He went into the house, and he went in, right? And moments later he came out, and he had different clothes on. And he went up to Caddy Kelly's shop, and he went in and he got himself a loaf of bread and a bit of milk, and he went back, and he was in. And about a half an hour after he came out again, and he had different clothes on him again. So we weren't the smartest lads in the world growing up, like, but we knew that there was something wrong here. So the brother says to me, he said, something on, like, you know, this is not right, like, we're living up here, and this fella's running around changing his clothes, what's going on? Where does he work? And he said, I don't know where he works. So we talked around and we found out from the post that he had 2 names, and different names. Both surnames were the same, 2 different names. And he was going to work every morning out to the sugar factory. Right, now getting up for trying to catch a man going to work wasn't exactly a good idea, you know what I mean, trying to catch him. So we had several failed attempts anyway, but this particular morning we made it, we got up. And we stalked them out, you know, we first stalk was on the road. And when we were looking over the bushes and we were looking at this neighbour's house, right, the brother was hiding in Mary Maloney. Remember Mary and Paddy Maloney? Paddy used to be at the schools, Paddy get the appreciate we looked at him. And Mary Maloney was there, and we were hiding and we were geeking out through the hedges and we were trying to find out this neighbour. We were only children, we were trying to, curiosity was killing us. So with this kind of, he hops, came out of the house, walked up the road, brisk walk, around the corner, that was our signal to go. Through the court out on, we were ahead of him. Right? We were waiting for this guy to come up now. So he passed down, went down the road, round to the next corner, we were following him. All the way up Vicar Street, stole the parcels, got a paper, went to the town hall, put his back to the door. Where the fuck was he going now? We didn't know, so we had to ask, right? So I went across the road at McCormick's at the time, and the brother stayed at McTighe's, right? Way down. And we were kind of seeing which way this lad was going, like how he was getting around. Next minute, car pulled up, he hops into it. Well, in the meantime, at that hour, the early hours of the morning, we're in view of the barracks, where the Spice of Life is now. And the copper was looking out, he was seeing the brother over here, and he was seeing me over here, and curiosity got him, and he came up and he said, "What are you doing, lads?" So the brother was always good if he was caught in a hurry. The best eyes come up. He said, "We're on our way to Mass." So it was that morning, went to Mass, we were like two sinners, because he walked us all the way to the door of the church, walked us all the way up to the front of us, left us up at the front of it, and we walked off. I felt very bad. That was the worst time of our life when we were only young lads. Right? But after the nuns were kind of looking at us, hoping to give us sweets after that, we were very bad. So after several failed attempts anyways, right, we never got it. We never found out who he was or where he worked or anything other than his two names. But we were sent home from school one day, and we had left our books behind us at home, so the brother go home for the school. Actually, the teacher used the word fetch, so we took our time. And he said, "Go home and get the books." So we took our time, and when we were going down the road, and there he was, this mystery man was coming out of Caddy Kelly's shop with another loaf of bread and a bottle of milk, and the same guy was smoking over at the door at the same house. Right? Fucking twins! Who never think about it?
Twins! Oh, that's good.
So all we learned out of that is idiots come in pairs too.